name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, you go for it. And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. It automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes to our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
Welcome back to the stream. It is Wednesday night. It is time for Wingless Wednesday, brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. We got a heck of a show for you tonight. We're going to start off with the Veterans and First Responders 305s at Knoxville. Not a lot of cars in the field, but put on a heck of a show last week, so we're looking for another great race tonight. We're going to follow that up with midgets at the Chili Bowl, and then we'll be right back here at Knoxville in 410 sprint cars. So looking for a great night tonight. As you can see, the cars are out on the track. Mr. Andy Patton in the 87 machine with your quick time, a 17:1. Andy Patton had a real good race last week, so he's looking to pick up where he left off. Again, this Veterans and First Responders brought to you by Coast2Coast Racing League. No better racing leagues out there. If you're interested in joining a league, check them out at c2crl.com. Again, thanks for joining us. If you're coming back, welcome back. If you're brand new, welcome aboard. We're going to be racing for probably the next 3 hours or so. Cars are just finishing up practice. We should be advancing to qualifying here very shortly. We are advancing to qualifying. Let's see who comes out first on the track. Again, we have 10 cars in the field tonight. If you're a veteran out there, you're interested in running with Coast2Coast Veterans and First Responders, let them know. Run every Wednesday night. We're going to follow Andy Patton in the 87 car, first one out on the track. Good looking Air Force machine. Andy Patton getting around Knoxville, time his first lap. Jeff Barker with a 17.382 puts him on the pole. Patton with a 17.371. Andy Patton in the 87 picks up where he left off in practice. Barker in second, Schaefer third. Ripka and Young round out your top five. The 23 active duty Navy driver Ryan Pendleton in the Goat Locker Racing Machine runs it up to second quick with a 17.341. Put Pendleton behind. Aiden Young went to the top of the board. My apologies, 17.339. Bertana at the top of the board with a 17.262. Put Ross at the top of the board. That should do it for qualifying. Top five. Corinthia, Young, Pendleton, Patton, Barker are your top five. Again, don't forget to stick around with us for the midgets coming up next at Chili Bowl. That should be a good show. Got about 15 seconds left till we get into our first heat race of the night. Again, Wingless Wednesdays brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. Makes the best rig on the face of the planet. Rob Neller, the owner, makes each one by hand. No two rigs are the same. Looks like we got Nick Schell and Jeff Barker on the front row. They do invert the top four. Pendleton and Corinta on row number 2. Brad Wright rounds out your first field of 5. Three of these cars will go to the feature. However, everyone should qualify with the numbers that we have. Ross Corinta pushing the cone around, gets rid of the cone. Brad Wright in the 270 car. Up front, Nick Schell will bring us to the line in the 512. Black Bullet Racing driver. Ace Truck should duck off this time by. Ace Truck will duck off. Nick Schell getting ready to bring the flag or the field to green. Jeff Barker on his outside in the 513 Marine Machine. Green flag is out. We are wheel to wheel. Great start up front. 512 down low. Barker up high. 23 car of Ryan Pendleton falls into tire tracks of the 512. Barker up into the fence. See if the 223 can capitalize. The 10 car back there making some noise. Ross Orienta. Nick Schell up front in the 512. Black Bullet Racing Machine followed by Pendleton in second. We are getting nose to tail tank. Barker in third. Your third and final transfer position to the feature. Ross down low in the 10 car trying to make some noise, get up underneath the 513 car, see if he can't punch his ticket. 10 car up high, gets a good run off the top, see if he can close the deal on the 513. Barker at the line. Barker gets a good run off the bottom. 510 up high, 513 down low. It's a 10 car at the line that time by Pendleton now trying to get underneath the 512, seeing if he can't start on the pole for the feature. Both cars running above that slick, sliding down to the bottom. White flag is out, 1 to go. Two, 3 down low, seeing if he can get a run off the bottom. It's a drag race to the line. Schell, Pendleton, Corienta are your top 3. Good run in the first heat. Heat 2 brings us Lance Ripka and Chris Schaefer on the front row. Andy Patton, Aiden Young in row number 2. Nathan Aldridge is the admin, so he will not grid for this race. Again, we are running 6 laps. Top 3 heading straight to the feature. However, tonight, everyone should transfer to the feature. I'm not pretty certain we won't have a heat race, but we will see how that plays out. Again, tonight is brought to you by Coast2Coast Racing League, Veterans and First Responders Night. If you know any veterans or first responders out there, let them know that we do this every Wednesday night. They are more than welcome. Have them contact Roger Craig, C2CRL.com. Lance Ripka in the 125 car. Spartan Racing driver. Chris Schaefer to his outside. Schaefer driving for Black Bullet Racing Elite. Andy Patton starting third in the 87 Air Force car. Aiden Young in the 69 Gambler Motorsports driver. The green flag is out. Schaefer doesn't take any time pulling up alongside the 125. 125 down low. Schaefer up high. Lance Ripka at the line. Lance Ripka slides down low. 22 of Schaefer gets down trying to cross over. Ripka did not leave him much room to cross over, however. Top 3, Ripka, Schaefer, Young are your current transfer positions. Looks like Aiden Young is getting a good run. Gambler Motorsports Cool Ray driver. Ripka up front opens up a little bit of a gap over Chris Schaefer in the 23 car. My apologies. Everyone is nose to tail tank. Working lap 4 of 6. Somebody waiting to make a last lap pass. Looks like the 23 thinks about going low. Nose to tail tank, no change. Ripka, Schaefer, Young, Patton in that order. This is the last lap. Aiden Young dives down low, going to make a run for it. Can he get it done? No, he can't. Ripka, Schaefer, Young, Patton. Good run by the 69 car of Aiden Young, diving down low at the last minute. We will have 5 minutes of warm-up, so we will return.
goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Welcome back. It is feature time here at Knoxville in your Veterans and First Responders Icon Sim Sports Wingless Wednesday. Nick Schell, Lance Ripka will start on the front row of the feature. Ryan Pendleton, Chris Schaefer in row number 2. Ross Corienta and Aiden Young in row number 3. Jeff Barker, Andy Patton in 4. Brad Wright rounds out your field of 9 drivers. We are going to be running 30 laps. Keep an eye on the 223 car. And Andy Patton in the 87 starting in the back. Nick Schell currently on the front row in the 512 Black Bullet Racing machine. Lance Ripka, his outside. Spartan Racing driver in the 125. Race truck exits the track. Nick Schell will bring him to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. They are wheel to wheel. Good start. See if the 512 slides up. Track's getting slick. The 125 gets a great run off the top side. Lance Ripka to the lead. 512 slides up behind the 125 of Ripka. 223 tries to slide up and get in front of the 512. They bump tires. Neither driver letting up. Put Ryan Pendleton up to P2. Look back from Ryan Pendleton, right behind him, Nick Schell in the 512. Got somebody diving down low. I'm not sure who that was. That is the 10 car, Ross Corienta. On board with Nick Shell. Riding behind Pendleton. 10 car, he makes room. 23 up into the wall. Collects the 512. 10 car split up. Just not enough room. Got into slick stuff. 23 car was not lifting. You saw that front tire hit that bumper on the back of the 10 car, sent him into the wall. So our first caution is out. Working lap 5 of 30. Those cars will be able to reset. They do try to keep everybody on the lead lap in the veterans and first responders race. Up front, the 125 of Lance Ripka leading the way. Will be a single file restart. Aiden Young will be behind him. Apologies, Ryan Pendleton will be behind Lance Ripka. Shell, Corienta, Young, Patton, Barker, Schaefer. So all cars are back in the field. Restart will be on the leader. Track starting to get a wear mark around the middle. The bottom is still open, as is the top. Looks like top is the quick way around right now. Most of these cars running that higher line. Pace truck is off. Lance Ripka going to bring him to the line. Lance Ripka is off. 223 gets a lead on the 223. Pendleton in second. The 10 car of Corienta goes down low, slides up in front of the 512. 512 is going to try a crossover, and he does. They are nose to nose at the line. 512 car thinks better of a slide job. See if he pulls up on that high line behind the 10 car. He will. 10 car with a crossover. 69 car of Aiden Young's getting in the mix, watching this going on. Your front two, Lance Ripka and Ryan Pendleton, pulling away from the field a little bit while these drivers try to settle P3. 10 car moving to a slider line. Looks like he's gaining on second place, Ryan Pendleton. Now Pendleton switches to a slider line. Andy Patton down low. Right along with Phantom Motorsports, Ross Corienta. 69 car with a slide job. 10 cars comes high-low. Zach Pendleton's changing, running through the slick, sliding up into the traction. A bunch of different lines being run. We are running lap 11 of 30. Saw the Air Force car of Andy Patton running down low. 513. Barker moves down low now. 87 running a slider line behind the 69. Front positions have stabilized quite a bit. Ten gets a good run that lap, pulls on tail tank of the 223. Up high, brings it down low. 2-2-3 into the fence. Pendleton getting underneath your leader. Lance Ripka on the 125. Put Pendleton to the point. They are side by side at the line, Pendleton and Ripka. 10 car on the outside looking in, watching, waiting for one of these two to make a mistake. They are 3 wide coming off of turn 4. That pushes Pendleton to the high side. Lance Ripka goes with him. 10 car had second place there for a minute. 10 car down low. Will he slide up in front of Lance Ripka? Lance Ripka stays up high behind the 10. Put Ross Corrienta into second place. Well, 2-2-3 of Ryan Pendleton puts a 0.2 second gap on the field. Pendleton up front running the slider line. Don't think Lance Ripka's quite done yet. 10 car, Ross Corrienta setting his sights on the 2-2-3 of Ryan Pendleton. Closing in ever so slightly. We are working lap 20 of 30, so we do have some time. 10 car down low, 2-2-3 up high. Pendleton at the line. 10 car has closed that gap. He is there. 2-2-3 tries a crossover. Corrienta went way high that time. These two drivers are battling it out. 10 car down low, 2-2-3 up high. Put Ross Corrienta up to the lead at the line. 2-2-3 not giving up, fighting back on that low side. Great run by these two drivers, putting on a show 2 weeks in a row. Lance Ripka on the outside looking in. Move Andy Patton in the 87 up to 4th position. Battling it out with Gambler Motorsports Aiden Young in the 69. But up front, it's all Ross Corrienta once he got the lead. 2-2-3 cars falling back a little bit. Lance Ripka has also lost the lead. Lance Ripka's fallen back. 87 car of Andy Patton running a slider line. Setting his sights on the 125 car and a podium finish. Ripka, Patton, Young. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 10 car pulling away. We are working lap 25 of 30. 2-2-3 stays high. Corrienta working that top line. Two, 2-3's trying everything he can to get by the 10 car. We're working lap 27 of 30. 4 to go. Lance Ripka changing up his line to cover the 87 car of Andy Patton. May open the door for Aiden Young. Lap 29 of 32, 2-3 still from running the slider line. Lance Ripka stabilized him in the 87 car. See if Andy Patton can put a late race dash here with 1 to go. Up front, Ross Corrienta, Ryan Pendleton. 10 car has 2 more corners to get through, and it looks like he will. Andy Patton fighting in the back. Corinta, Pendleton, Ripka are your top three heading to a podium finish. We will get a word with those gentlemen. Another great run. The field was not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but the driving is absolutely phenomenal and thoroughly enjoyed it. We will get a word with your podium finishers and then head out to the Chili Bowl for some midget racing. These gentlemen will get their podium shot. Ross up 4 positions from the start. See if we can't get a word with these gentlemen. Lance Ripkus, Joe, you got me? Lance Ripkus, Joe, you got me?
I do.
Man, good run, brother. You and Pendleton there were swapping back and forth, and all of a sudden Ross comes out of nowhere and takes the lead. How'd the track change over the night?
I kind of slicked off, but it was still good on the top. We're running these 305s on this big track. It can be kind of a one line racetrack, and if you don't keep the lead or you slip up just a little bit, allow them to get underneath you or get around you, it's going to be pretty hard to get it back.
Yeah, 100% momentum track for sure, man. So great run tonight. You going to run the midgets tonight?
I was thinking about it. I'm not very good at those, so.
Man, I'm
We'll
not
see.
sure anybody's real good at those. So love driving those things, but I think I'll broadcast instead.
You're right.
Hey, you got anybody you'd like to thank, brother? Good run.
VMR Reps, Spartan Racing, SB. I keep screwing that acronym up. SBCB Printing. You guys for putting on the show. Appreciate it.
Hey, man, don't think that that front wing logo got by me, man. I greatly appreciated. Made me smile during the race. Great run. It's 125 of Lance Ripka, Spartan Racing driver, brings the 125 home. P3 fell back from second position, but got it done and ended up on the podium. Man, Lance, thank you, man. I wish you a great night, brother.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, man. Ryan, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Man, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Man, another great run. I wasn't sure if the 10 car was going to be able to catch you, but Ross was just kind of on a line tonight. How'd the track change for you throughout the night? How did he get by you?
Yeah, huge shout out to Ross. That was fun running with him. I knew he was a little bit quicker than me. He kind of had that diamond line figured out. I just couldn't quite figure it out. The 305s are tough. The low power, it's tough to find a way to be fast as the track changes. It doesn't give you as many options, but he found a way to do it. So, a little bummed out coming in second again after leading some laps. But hey, it was fun. Hopefully we put on a decent show with the cars we had, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, not a ton of drivers, right? But the show has been absolutely, you guys put on a phenomenal show. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone here at C2C for putting this on, and all the sponsors that help out this league. You for broadcasting this, it's great. I know people enjoy that. And then my team over at Goat Locker Racing and Cruising Classics Performance Center out of Columbus, Ohio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 223 car active duty Navy driver Ryan Pendleton puts it on the podium 2 weeks in a row. The bridesmaid, hopefully soon we will see the 223 on the pole. Great run tonight, Ryan, and hope to see you next week, brother.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Ross, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep, I got you.
Man, that was fun. Now, first, you got to tell me how to properly pronounce your last name.
Corinta.
Got it. I think I messed it up, but I guarantee you that'll only happen tonight and only at this race. Man, you came from nowhere. We were watching Ripka and Pendleton swap the lead back and forth, and all of a sudden, there you were, man. How did you find a quicker line than these cats around Knoxville?
Well, I mean, obviously the 305s they're a little less powerful, so the line is pretty important. And I kind of figured it was going to be the cut down line. Um, and then I was able to get by a couple cars and saw them kind of battling, so I just kind of was patient and then ran the cut down line a couple times and was able to get by them.
Yeah, they changed to the slider line and the cut down line. Man, you closed right in on them and took the victory away. Great run by you. Got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yep, guys over at Phantom Motorsports, sponsors Velocity Race Design, Power Outdoors, Weichel Sportswear, Highside Media. I'm sure there's people I'm forgetting, but and then the guys over at Coast2Coast for putting on the league, and then you guys for putting on the show.
Yeah, man, really enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross, say your last name again. Correnta.
Yep.
Correnta, got it. Ross Correnta puts it in victory lane, up 4 positions from the start, found a little different line to run these low horsepower cars, and got it done. So congratulations to you, man. We going to see you in the midgets?
I I don't know. We'll see. 410. I hope to do the 410 race for sure, but we'll see about the midgets.
All right, man. We'll see you at the Chili Bowl in the midgets next. I'm looking for a sweep.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
So there you have it. There are your podium finishers, Lance Ripka, Ryan Pendleton, and Ross Correnta, bringing it home. Put on a good show. We are headed off to the Chili Bowl next for the midgets. So don't go away. We will be right back.
leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
When people hear a Tilvalhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Tilvalhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back to the stream. We're about to see 19 Coast-to-Coast Racing League drivers take to the Chili Bowl. Some are going to have the most fun they've ever had in their lives, and some not so much. Midget cars here at the Chili Bowl. Super fun to watch, super fun to drive. We do switch off on Wingless Wednesdays. One night we'll run wingless 360s. Next night are these midget cars. Again, we have 19 cars in the field. The midget race brought to you by C2C Speed Shop. This is Icon Sim Sports Wingless Wednesday. Again, if you're out there and you're in the market for a great racing league, don't hesitate to check out Coast to Coast Racing League. One of the best well-run leagues in iRacing. It's racing without all the drama you'll get in other leagues. Very well run. Check them out, c2crl.com. We just saw the 305 Veterans and First Responders race at Knoxville. After the midgets wrap up their night, we will be heading to the 410s back at Knoxville. That's new to Coast to Coast Racing League. Brandon Dittmer to the top of the board currently with a 10.631. Follow around Mr. Bob DeGood in the 7 car. See what it takes to get around the Chili Bowl with Mr. DeGood. Track slicks off really quick. Working the throttle, gets up on the berm. Working the steering wheel, working the throttle. 31 of Brandon Templeton, currently 3rd quick in practice. Icon Sim Sports driver. Looks like we have advanced to qualifying. See who is first out on the track. Looks like Brandon Templeton in the 31 car will be the first to take to the track. We'll see how Brandon does. Track's got a slick spot going in. 31 runs right through the slick. Brandon Templeton to the top of the board with a 10.705. Bob DeGood second quick. Now Everton. Jack Hitt, last year's wingless champion, with a 10.698 to the top of the board. Lance Ripka is back with us in the 125. Saw Lance put his 305 sprint car on the podium in the last race. Ryan Pendleton back with us. Terry Landis, where'd Terry go? Terry Landis in the 61 finished second in the points in the wingless division last year. So he'll be running with Jack Hitt tonight. I did not check the points today, so I'm not sure where they're running. Terry throws a wingless car around the track as good as any, currently sitting 12th quick. Randy Shreves in the 56 just finishing up. Zach Neubauer, the 52, coming out on track. Some practice laps. Kevin Fry. Kevin Fry wraps it up. We got the Marine Machine, the 514 of Barker. Carries the front wheels through most of the back stretch. Doesn't take long to get around the Chili Bowl. We are getting ready to wrap up qualifying. Got about 5 seconds to go. Jeff Barker up to 10th quick. Heat 1 sees Ryan Pendleton and Jack Clevenger on the front row, followed by Jack Hitt, Jeffrey Kemper in row 2. Lance Ripka rounds out your field of 5 drivers. We're going to be running 6 laps. I believe the top 3 heading to the feature. Everyone should qualify for the feature. 223 car Pendleton camouflage active duty Navy driver. Jack Clevenger to his outside in the 78. 6 laps going to go by pretty quick. Race truck should duck off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Pendleton is off. Takes the 223. Car does not turn in turn number 1. Gets up into the 78 of Clevenger. Clevenger on that high side. Watch your points leader. Looks like Jack Hitt went up on the berm. 217 car getting around. 181 of Kemper back there. Up front, Ryan Pendleton's figuring it out. Throwing the 223 around here. Jack Clevenger in second, working lap 4 of 6. Jack hit the 217 car, currently running third, running a lower line where everyone else is up high. It's up on the berm, slows his momentum. Kemper, Lance Ripka in the 125, round out your field of 5 up front. Ryan Pendleton picking up where he left off, finished in 305. Sprint cars on the podium will bring home the win. Pendleton, Clevenger, Hit are your top 3. Heat 2, Jeff Barker, Kurt Schatzer on the front row, Brandon Templeton, Donovan Ross in row number 2, and Mike Cramner will round out your field of 5. Jeff Barker in the Marine Machine. Icon Sim Sports driver Kurt Schatzer outside of him in the 218. Kurt's teammate Brandon Templeton on the inside of the second row. Donovan Ross outside of him. Track is starting to get slick.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. 513 gets a little bit loose. Kurt Schatzer up high, tries to cut down. 513 of Barker gets a good run on the bottom. Schatzer up high, Barker down low, put Schatzer to the lead. 218 of Schatzer with a win already in midgets. 513 of Barker in second. Brandon Templeton up to third place in the green 31 Icon Sim Sports machine. Donovan Ross in the 5 car running fourth. Mike Cramner in the 70 car in the back. Running lap 4 of 6. Got lap traffic in the way. Cramner collects 2 drivers. Donovan Ross up to second position. Brandon Templeton with a banged up race car makes it through. Schatzer gets through the wreck. Last lap, 218 of Kurt Schatzer is going to take the Heat 2 win. Put it on the outside pole of the feature. Donovan Ross, Brandon Templeton, and Jeff Barker round out your field of 5 drivers. Heat 3 brings Bob the Good. And Randy Shreves on the front row. Brandon Dittmer, Jamie McCarron in row 2. Kevin Fry rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Don't really have a good camera angle here of the Chili Bowl. Seven car of the good will bring him to the line. Randy Shreves on his outside. Randy Shreves, LGR Motorsports driver. Brandon Dittmer in the 83 car. Jamie McCarron, Australian New Zealand driver. Up front, 7 cars going to bring us to the green flag. Green flag is out. 7 car is off. 83 getting a good run on that bottom side. The good slides up. 83 down low. Going to get a run off that bottom. The good, Shreves, Dittmer are your top 3. 56 car of Shreves throws it in there hard. 7 car Bob DeGood getting in a rhythm. Brandon Dittmer putting some pressure on the 56 car of Shreves. Shreves holding him off for now. Kevin Fry currently in 4th position. Jamie McCarron in the 2 car in 5th position. Up front, Bob DeGood. Randy Shreves closing down that gap. This is the last lap. What's the 7 car of DeGood for the win? DeGood, Shreves, Fry, McCarron, Dittmer are your top 5. Good run, been good run for the midgets so far tonight. Heat 4, Terry Landis, Bob Everson on the front row. Ross Corenta and Zach Neubauer in row number 2. California driver Terry Landis, last year 2nd in the points. Bob Everson outside of him in the BBR. See if we can get a better picture. There's a good picture of Bob. Corrienta in the 10 car, starting in 3rd position. The 52 car, Mid-South driver Zach Neubauer. Up front, Terry Landis will bring us to the green flag. 6 laps to get it done. We will have a single file restart. Schatzer, Pendleton, Landis, DeGood, Ross, your top 5. Race truck is off. Schatzer brings him to the green flag. 223 of Pendleton goes right with the 218. Up on the berm, down low. See a few cars back there get up on the berm. Terry Landis in 3rd position, battling. Not putting much pressure on the 223 of Pendleton just yet. Pendleton moves up off the bottom, thinks about getting in line behind the 218, as does Landis. Bob DeGood in 4th, Brandon Templeton up 5 positions, running in 5th position. Yellow flag is back out, lap 7 of 30. Looks like the 83 car gets up into the fence, flips over. Kurt Schatzer's led all 8 laps. For this restart, we will go on board with your 2nd place car. Pace truck is off. Good start by your top 2. Kurt Schatzer gets a good run off the top side. Found some grip up high. .218 still on the point, working lap 9 of 30. Landis down low, thinking about diving underneath the 223 car of Pendleton. Terry Landis, Bob DeGood in 4th, Brandon Templeton in the 31 car up to 5th position. Up 5 from the start. Bob Everson up 2. 2nd place car gets into the wall. Not sure what happened. Bumped the wall. Pounds of... No other cars involved. That may end the 223's night. Bumped the wall on the, I don't know if that was the back or front stretch, turned him right into the fence. Let's see if Ryan can get back into the race. Kurt Schatzer up front, led flag since the drop of the green flag. 2nd place 61 car of Terry Landis now behind the 218. Jack Hitt only up 1 position, currently running in 8th position. Kurt Schatzer is off. Got Landis down low, Schatzer up high. Kurt Schatzer on the point in the 218, running above that slick stuff. Landis, DeGood, Templeton, Everson rounding out your top 5 so far. Caution is back out. Not sure what happened. Apparently we do not have a view of it. So we will go back to live action. Pace truck is out on the speedway. 218 of Kurt Schatzer's able to hold off Terry Landis. Not many better than Landis in a wingless midget car. Jack Hitt, your points, your champion from last year, still mired in the back of the pack.
Green, green, green. Green, green, green. Caution, yellow flag.
Kurt Schatzer's led all 22 laps. Pace truck should duck off this time by... the lights are still on. My apologies. Terry Landis in second. Everson Jack Hitt making his appearance in the top 5. Pace truck is off. 218 comes to the green flag. Green flag is out. 218 gets a jump on the 61 car. Landis down low. Terry Landis going for the lead. Landis low. 218 of Schatzer up high. 61 gets a good run off the bottom. Schatzer fighting back on that top side. Put the 61 car of Terry Landis to the point. Kurt Schatzer falls back to second. Looks like Jack Hitt, Bob Everson side by side for third and fourth position. Kurt Schatzer back to the high side, gets by Landis. I think Schatzer's going to have to give that position back to the 61 car. 218 car. Kurt Schatzer gets by the 61 right before the caution came out. Just a handful of laps left to go. Can Schatzer get it done? Last year's first champion and second place, running 1 and 3. Terry Landis going to bring him to the green flag. 218 of Kurt Schatzer's running out of laps to get it done. Gets a great start. Gets a jump on the 61. Great start by the 218. 218 up high, 61 down low. Terry Landis holding off the 218. Kurt Schatzer running that high line, looking for some grip up high. Working lap 27 of 30. Schatzer is there. Closes side by side with the 61. Getting a good run off that top side. They are side by side. Kurt Schatzer up high. 61 of Landis down low. Great race at the front of the field. Working lap 29 of 30. Kurt Schatzer gets loose up high. Tries to cut down underneath the 61. If he's going to get it done, he's got one lap to do it. 10 car. Ross Correnta up to third position. Where did Ross come from? We saw that before. Did the same thing in the 305 sprint cars. Landis, Correnta, Schatzer, Clevenger, Evertson are your top 5. Great run by your midget drivers here at the Chili Bowl. Stick with us. Looking what happened to Jack Hitt. Jack Hitt fell back to 12th position. Great points night for the 61 of Terry Landis. Kurt Schatzer led the majority of the laps. Great run by the 218 Icon driver. We will get a word with these gentlemen as soon as they get the podium shot out of the way. See if we can get a word with third place finisher Kurt Schatzer as soon as he's done with his podium picture. Ross Correnta coming from nowhere once again. Puts the 10 car on the podium. There's Kurt Schatzer. We'll get a word with Kurt Schatzer. Kurt, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, you led the majority of the laps. Time just kind of ran out. Cautions got in your way. How was your night, man? How did the track change?
Oh, it got slick. It was hard to handle on 1 and 2. I had to watch the way I was entering it. I didn't slide up and hit the wall. It was a good one.
Man, good run by you. I know you wanted to defend your Chili Bowl win, and you came real darn close to doing that, brother. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, all the guys over at Icon Sim Sports. They're a good group of guys to race with. Roger, everybody putting on the league. You up there, Joe, doing the broadcast. You're doing an awesome job. Appreciate it. And everybody watching at home.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the 218 car, Kurt Schatzer led the majority of the rig. Come up just short, but still on the podium in the 218. Great run by him. We will get a word with second place finisher, Ross's Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I have no idea how you did it. All of a sudden, just like the 305 race, wasn't even watching the 10 car, and all of a sudden there you are, man. And great finish by you, coming back in the end there. How did the track change for you, and how'd you get to the front?
Oh man, I was just talking to Terry, and I think that's like the 6th midget race I finished in these things. I don't run them very much, but that was really fun. I don't know. I was able to run the top pretty well, and basically just try not to make mistakes and hope other people do. Not even saying a lot of people did. It's just I don't know. I'm going to chalk this one up to a little bit of luck.
Well, I can tell you from where I was standing, it didn't look like luck, man. You were up, let's see, 10 positions from where you start. Great run by you in the 10 car. It's great to talk to you on the podium again. So hopefully we get a 410 podium here and you sweep a podium night. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Yep, same as always. Phantom Motorsports guys, Power Outdoors, Weichel Sportswear, Highside Media, Velocity Race Design, and you guys for putting on the show, and everybody at Coast to Coast. I know it takes a lot to run this league, and I'm glad I'm able to get on the sim and run it with everybody.
Yeah, man, great run tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 10 car of Ross Quarenta puts it back on the podium. Came from nowhere once again. Look out if he ever starts on the pole. I don't think anyone's going to wrestle that away from him. So hopefully we see him in the 410s. Coming up next, we will get a word with Mr. Terry Landis in the 61 car. Terry, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing well, sir. Great run by you. You and Kurt were kind of at the front of the field. I wasn't sure you had anything for Kurt, but you were running the bottom. He was running high, man. You got by him. What did you see? How did the track change for you, and how were you able to get by the 218?
I was just biding my time when him and Ryan were battling. I was around third just watching them. And then the yellow came out, and I got underneath Ryan, and then I don't know what happened to him. And then the next yellow came out, and I was behind Kurt there, and we were racing pretty hard. That was fun.
Yeah, great show by you guys. And then from nowhere, the 10 car shows up 10 positions from the start. He did the same thing in the 305s. You were able to hold him off. You had a great points night. Your biggest rival from last year, Jack Hitt, finishing 12th position. So good points night by you. You got anybody you'd like to thank, man?
Thank all the guys at KSR. They're a great bunch of guys. All the guys at CART too. They're a bunch of crazy old guys too. And Yoo-Hoo and Galen's Home Popcorn. Who else? Kreitz, Old Track Parts, and my wife Judy.
Man, great run. Are we going to see you in the 410s?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
That's awesome, man. Can't wait to watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, the 61 car come up one position short in the championship last season. Put it on in victory lane tonight. Great run by the 61 car. We will head off to the 410 sprint car, so we will be back momentarily. Stay with us.
That it, Joe?
That's it, man. You're good. That's it, man. You're good.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Terry.
Thanks.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you. You racing too?
No, I'm broadcasting.
Ah, damn it. All right.
See ya.
See ya.
leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back, and every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports, the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more. Mission 22
has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the
Welcome back to Knoxville. We are at the big track with the 410 sprint cars getting ready to go into action. Jamie McCarron currently running top of the board with a 14.825, followed by Brian Moore Sr., Ross Correnta, Ryan Pendleton, and Bob DeGood are your top 5. Riding along with John Rayner Jr. in the 302 machine, currently running 12th quick. We've seen Ryan Pendleton all night having good runs in the 305 sprint cars. Put the midget into the fence at the Chili Bowl. Didn't get the finish that he wanted. It's good to have active duty Navy driver back with us, Ryan Pendleton. Coast to Coast Racing League's Roger Craig in the 747 getting ready to do battle in the 410 sprint cars. Again, if you are in the market for an outstanding racing league, check out Coast to Coast Racing League. Very well-run league, racing without all the drama of other leagues. Check them out at c2crl.com. This is Icon Sim Sports Wingless Wednesday. I'd like to thank Icon Sim Sports for sponsoring Coast to Coast Racing League. The best made sim rigs on the face of the planet, each one made by hand by owner Rob Neller in his garage. There are no two rigs alike. Bought mine now coming up on a year and haven't regretted it one day. High quality, best made, best you can get. And Jamie McCarron still at the top of the board with a 15.825. We're riding along with John Rayner in the 302 machine, currently 12th quick. Roger Craig 14th quick. 410 sprint cars are new to Coast to Coast Racing League. Haven't ran them a lot. Again, coming up tomorrow night on Coast to Coast Racing Network. Check out Thursday Night Thunder. And the 410 sprint cars are brought to you by 2-1 Designs. Kevin Fry and crew do wraps for RC cars. Last week was their first week on board with Coast to Coast Racing League. Kevin Fry, the owner, was able to take home the win in the 410 sprint cars. Don't know if he is in the field tonight or not. Yes, he is. 21 car is with us. Bob Everson back with us in the 008 machine. And Mr. Where Did He Come From? The 010 of Courtna. Ross was up 10 positions in the midget race at the Chili Bowl. The end of the race came from nowhere. 10 car to the podium. Great run by Correnta. Drivers are getting final instructions, getting ready to go into qualifying. McCarron, Moore Sr., Correnta, Pendleton, DeGood, Ross, Schaefer, Clevenger, Everson, Fry are your top 10. Jamie McCarron put up a quick time of 14.825. Waiting for qualifying to come around. Donovan Ross in the 5 car out on track, currently 6th quick. The car of Doyle Lawrence, icon driver, with us for Friday night 410 sprint cars. Saw the 513 of Jeff Barker behind him. Lawrence into the fence. 513 drives right through him. Preston Cramner in a 07. Well, 2 car, I suppose, making his appearance tonight. Preston Cramner went out on a racing journey in real life this past weekend. Can't wait to get a report from Preston next weekend. I think he's running double points. Pretty cool. Terry Landis back with us, winner of your sprint car race. Still in his Yahoo driving suit. Guess it's a quick jaunt from the Chili Bowl to Knoxville, Iowa. Terry didn't have time to change his suit. 513, the Marine Machine of Jeff Barker out on the track. Can-Am Racing Team. Two-car McCarran on pit road. Brian Moore Sr. in the 558 machine. Ross Correnta. Of course, we got doubled up pits here at Knoxville, so we can't really see Ross's car. Ryan Pendleton, my apologies, Ryan. In the 223 car. Bob DeGood in the 7. Donovan Ross in the 5. 23 car of Chris Schaefer is back with us. We've seen Chris most of the night. 78 of Jack Clevenger. Just waiting for the drivers to get final instructions and we will be underway. We will be right back with qualifying. Welcome back. We will go on track with the 513 car of Barker and the 410 sprint car. See how he gets around Knoxville in the big sprint car. .513 Marine Machine. Like to thank Jeff Barker, Can-Am Racing Team driver, for his service. Looks like all cars took to the track. Bob Everson in 515 138 to the top of the board. Kevin Fry. That doesn't last long. Put the 21 car Fry to the top of the board. Go along on board with Kevin Fry as he throws his car around. 2-1 Designs. Thank you, Kevin, for sponsoring. Looks like everybody is finishing up. Preston Cramner in the 07 car out on track. We'll go a lap around, coming to the green flag. Preston hugging that bottom line. Not lifting. Flat-footed the whole way around. Corinta with a 15.072 to the top of the board. Preston Cramner good enough for 5th quick. Chris Schaefer is done. Coming out on the track is Oregon driver, the 181 car of Jeffrey Kemper. Let's see how Jeff Kemper can get around Knoxville. Currently 19th quick. Doesn't improve. Yes, he does. 17th quick on his second lap. Move Kemper in the 181 up to 17th quick. It's like Kevin Fry is just finishing up some practice. 0.009 off of quick time. Heat 1 brings us the 61 car of Terry Landis and Jeff Filaro on the front row. Randy Shreves and Corinta in row number 2. Bob the Good, Chris Schaefer in 3. Doyle Lawrence rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Terry's looking to stay hot on the night. Just won the midget race. Watch the 200 car of Filaro. Jeff's been quick in just about every race this year. Gonna be hard to hold him off. Canadian driver, Oshwegan Speedway. Randy Shreves in the LGR Motorsports 56 machine. Ross Corinta outside him in the 10. Phantom Motorsports driver. Chris Schaefer in the 23. Black Bullet Racing Elite. Bob the Good, the 7 car. We've seen Bob all night. Can-Am Racing Team. Doyle Lawrence. Raven Graphics number 3 machine. Up front, Terry Landis will be bringing us to the green flag. In your nightcap, the fixed 410s at Knoxville. Pace truck is up. 61 car is going to bring us to the green flag. Filaro in the 200 gets a little bit of a jump. 61 car gets out in front, however. 200 car gives that lead back. Terry Landis up front, followed by the 200 car Filaro. Filaro down low. 61 car running a little higher line. 61 car at the line. 200 down low. Terry Landis trying to get a run on that top side. Can't do it. 200 car to the point. Randy Shreves in 3rd position. Corinta in 4th. Your 4 transfers to the feature. Landis up on the berm. .200 car looks like he's going to check out from the field. Put Filaro out in front. 56 car of Shreves thinking about going outside the 61. Top 4 transferring to the feature, working lap 4 up 8. 56 car just behind the 61 at the line. Randy Shreve's going to get a good run off that top side. Gets by the 61 car in the backstretch. Terry Land is stuck down low. 56 car to second position. Now Correnta's going to try to dive underneath the 61 car as Terry Landis tries to get to the outside. And he will. Those two swap positions. Chris Schaefer in the 23 car on the outside looking in. Black Bullet Racing elite driver. Waiting for somebody up front to make a mistake so he can capitalize, punch his ticket to the feature. Jeff Ferraro, Randy Shreves in the 56 LGR Motorsports ride. Ross Correnta, Phantom Motorsports 10 car. Terry Landis, California driver. Galen's Popcorn entry. Ferraro, Shreves didn't get the rest. Punched their ticket to the feature. Donovan Ross, Ryan Pendleton on the front row. Preston Cramner, Kevin Fry in row number 2. Brian Moore Sr., Jeff Kemper in 3. John Rayner Jr. rounds out your field of 7 drivers in heat number 2. Donovan Ross in the 5 car is going to bring him to the green flag. Watch that second row. Kevin Fry and Preston Cramner pretty quick in sprint car division. We will see if they have anything for your front row drivers, Donovan Ross and Ryan Pendleton. Pace truck getting ready to exit. Donovan Ross will bring us to the green flag. Race truck is off. Field belongs to Donovan Ross.
Green flag, green flag.
Donovan Ross is off. Gets a good jump on the 223 of Pendleton. Pendleton looks down low. Tries to slide up in front of the 5 car. They do not make contact. Good job by both those drivers. Pendleton to the lead. 5 car running the high line. Looks like the high line is the quick way around right now. 223 low. 5 car Preston Cramner up to second position. Put Preston Cramner now in second position. The 5 car, oh, they make contact. Cramner hard into the outside wall. Leaves the door. 223 opens up a bigger lead. Brian Moore Sr. up to second position, followed by Donovan Ross. Jeffrey Kemper are your top 4 currently in feature transfer positions. Ryan Pendleton having a great night. 2 podiums so far in the 223 car. Or 1 podium, my apologies. Finished on the podium in 305s. Brian Moore Sr. in second. Donovan Ross in the 5 car in third. Jeffrey Kemper in the 4th and final transfer position. John Rayner Jr. behind him, and Kevin Fry in the 21 car. Round out the field, still running. The 2 car of Jamie McCarron, or 211 car, according to what I see on my screen, will bring us to the green flag. Australian driver Bob Everson outside him. Good looking 008 car. The BBR driver. Says heat 3. Think we will have 4 heats. Good look at Jamie McCarron. Pace truck is off. McCarron's going to bring him to the line. Green flag is out. Your leaders go at the same time. Good start. Oh, they do make contact. 78 of Jack Clevenger makes contact with, looks like Bob Everson. Everson collects it back in, falls back to 3rd position. 513 of Jeff Barker currently running 4th. Roger Craig in the 747, the first car on the outside looking in. Up front, McCarron. Jack Clevenger with that good start that he got. Looks like somebody went up high. Not sure who that was. Roger Craig all over the back of the 513. Wants that 4th and final transfer position to the feature. 513 Barker down low. Roger Craig running a little bit higher line. Gets a good run off the top. 747 for the 4th position. Put the 747 in the 4th and final transfer position. Up front, Jamie McCarron, Jack Clevenger is closing in on your leader. Working lap 5 of 8. Now look out the front of the 78 car. Sounds like it's flat-footed around the whole track. Don't know how hard Clevenger will push it. Currently in a transfer position for the feature. Top 2 pulling away from the field a little bit. Last lap. McCarron, Clevenger, Everson, and Roger Craig heading to the feature. Great run. Brings us to our B main. Chris Schaefer, John Rayner Jr. on the front row. Jeff Barker, Doyle Lawrence in row number 2. Kevin Fry, Pat Boyce in 3. Bob DeGood and Preston Cramner round out your field of 8 drivers. All 8 should transfer to the feature. So these gentlemen are running for their starting position in the feature. Chris Schaefer on the pole. Everyone going to the feature, racing for starting position. Rayner Jr. on his outside. 3 car of Doyle Lawrence and Jeff Barker in the 2nd row. Go on board with Barker for this start. Start is on the green flag. Closes up on the tail tank of the 23 car.
Green, green, green.
Saw the 23 car slide up in front of the 302. As did the 513. Gets to the top line pretty rapidly. Kevin Fry up to 4th position. Not real sure what happened to the 3 car, Doyle Lawrence, Raven Graphics driver. Schaefer opens up almost a second gap over the 513 car of Barker. Kevin Fry in the 21, currently running in the 3rd position. Something's telling me the 21 will not settle for the 3rd position. He's going to do everything he can to get by the 513 of Barker. It's like Barker got loose. Fry could not. Barker into the wall, clips the 21 car. 21 is around, collects the 2 car of Cramner. Oh my goodness, just like that, it all changes. Bob the Good, the 7 car up to 2nd position, running lap 5 of 10. John Rayner Jr. in the 302 now up to 3rd position. 41 car of Pat Boyce in 4th. Can all change in the blink of an eye. Black Bullet Racing Elite, Chris Schaefer up front. Got a 4-second gap over 2nd place. The 7 car of Bob the Good, Can-Am Racing Team. John Rayner Jr. behind him, also from Can-Am Racing Team. Followed by Boyce. Barker in the 513 Can-Am Racing Team, and Kevin Fry, 2-1 Designs car. Last lap. Kevin Schaefer with a almost 5-second gap over Bob DeGood in the 7 car. DeGood, John Rayner, Pat Boyce bringing it home in 4th position, followed by Barker and Kevin Fry in the 21 machine. That is your B main. We are headed towards the feature. While we warm up, we will be right back. Welcome back. Look who's at the top of the board. Ross Correnta running a 15.573, followed by Clevenger, Shreves, Filaro, and Moore Sr. are your top 5 in warm-ups. It is feature time in the 410 Sprint Cars at Knoxville, brought to you by 2-1 Designs. Jeff Filaro, Ryan Pendleton on the front row, Jamie McCarron, Randy Shreves in row number 2, Brian Moore Senior and Jack Clevenger in row number 3, Ross Correnta, Donovan Ross in row number 4, Bob Everson, Terry Landis in row number 5, Jeffrey Kemper, Roger Craig in row number 6, Chris Schaefer and Bob the Good in 7, John Rayner Jr. and Pat Boyce in 8, Jeff Barker, Kevin Fry in 9th, Preston Cramner and Doyle Lawrence round out your field of 20 drivers. Keep an eye on 7th place starter Ross Correnta has had a great night. Got 2 podiums so far, trying to make it a podium sweep. Filaro in the 200 car starting on the pole is going to be hard to beat. 200 is quick. It's got Jamie McCarron right behind him on the restart. Randy Shreves in the 56 car to the outside behind Ryan Pendleton. Keep an eye on Shreves. $20 cars in the field, 30 laps to get it done. Lights are off on the pace truck. Jeff Filaro will bring him to the green flag. Down the back stretch one last time. Pace truck will duck off, this time by the 211 car closing up on the 200. The field is closing up, getting ready to go green. Jeff Filaro will bring him to the green flag. Ryan Pendleton to his outside. Goat Locker Racing driver. Green flag is out. 200 car gets a good run. Not so much for Pendleton. Pendleton runs into trouble early, gets in a wreck in front of the field. Just gets loose on exit, collects the 10 car of Correnta. The 223 car just didn't go, threw it sideways. We will try it again. Still the 200 car on the point. Fireworks still going off. Laurel, McCarron, Shreves, Moore Sr., and Clevenger are your top 5. We will ride on board with the 211 car for the restart. Pace truck coming to 1 to go. Cars will start in single file for all cautions. McCarran closing up on the back of the 200 car. We are entering the back stretch. Pace truck is going to duck off. The pace truck is off. The restart is on the leader at this point. 200 goes. McCarran a little bit delayed. 200 gets a good jump on the field. 211 car up high. 200 runs a slider line. Valero opens up a gap over second place McCarran. '56 car Randy Shreve searching around looking for a line that he wants to run. Running about a half car lower than the 211. Brian Morris Sr. in the 558 currently running in 4th position. Jack Clevenger behind him in the 78 machine. Valero up front increasing his lead. Randy Shreves gets by McCarran in the 56. LGR Motorsports driver. See if he can track down McCarran. About 0.8 that time by. Jack Clevenger and Brian Moore Sr. battling it out. Donovan Ross slides the 5 car up to the 5th position, gets underneath the 558 of Moore Sr. Lead has stabilized for the 200 car. 56 of Randy Shreves trying to track him down. McCarran settles in 3rd position. 78 running a slider line. Watch Jack Clevenger, Northwest driver, in the 78. See him working the wheel. Donovan Ross. Caution is out. Lap 9. See if we can see what happened. Like Jeffrey Kemper can't get by Brian Moore Sr. Brian Moore Sr. around. Brings the field back together. Maybe these gentlemen will have a shot at the 200 car this time. Running lap 9 of 30. Valero, Shreves, McCarran, Clevenger, Ross, your top 5. 200 car got a great jump last time. Pace truck should duck off this time by. 56 car needed to bring the field back together. Field closes up. .200 is off. 56 car looks like he gets loose on the start a little bit. 200 car breaks away. 2 car of Jamie McCarran down low. 211 car, my apologies. Jack Clevenger in the 78 car slides up in front of the 2 car. Donovan Ross now in the 5 car wants by the 211. Ross down low in the 5. 78 gets loose up high. Put the 5 car up to 4th position. Donovan Ross. Jeff Valero out front, running away from the field once again, all over a half-second lead. Randy Shreves in the 56 car. Jack Clevenger in the 78, closing up on the back of Randy Shreves. Clevenger running that high line. 56 car stays up there with him this time by. '78 dives down low, slide job up in front of the 56 of Shreves. Put Clevenger up to P2 in the 78. See if Clevenger can track down the 200 of Jeff Flaro. Randy Shreves in 3rd. Donovan Ross in 4th. Caution is back out. 21 car of Kevin Fry backs it into the fence. The last week's winner runs into some early problems here at Knoxville. Currently working lap 15 of 30. Valaro, Clevenger, Shreves, Ross, Evertson are your top 5. See if the 78 car of Clevenger has anything for the 200. 200's been at the point since the drop of the green flag. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we should have 1 to go this time by. Preston Cramner in the 07 car up 9 positions from the start. Jeff Valaro to the point. Pace truck is off. Jeff Valaro goes, gets a jump on the 78. Good start by the 200 car. Clevenger slides it in. Running a slider line, pulling up behind the 200 car. Donovan Ross wants a part of the action. 5 car down low. Top 4 under a blanket. 302 down low. Lap traffic in front of these drivers. Jeff Valaro in 1st position. Donovan Ross takes the lead. Valaro gets trapped behind lap traffic. Put Donovan Ross on the point. Jeff Valaro in the 200 to 2nd. 78 of Jack Clevenger is looking for P2. Donovan Ross still running that low line, diving down low. Ross liking that bottom line. Your leaders are now in heavy lap traffic. Clevenger right behind Valero. Not letting Valero get out of his sights. 78 slides up in front of the 200. Slide job is gonna work. Yes, sir. 78 at the line in front of Jeff Valero. Donovan Ross out front. Working lap traffic. Five car has cleared lap traffic. Jeff Valero currently in 2nd. 78 getting trapped behind lap traffic. Now Terry Landis up to the 3rd position. Caution is back out on the speedway. Donovan Ross to the point. '78 car runs into all kinds of problems. Donovan Ross getting it done, coming through the field, currently up 7 positions. Ross, Falaro, Landis, Shreves, Everson are your top 5. Roger Craig in the 747 up 6 positions. Working lap 21 of 30. Ace truck, he'll duck off this time by Donovan Ross, brings him to the green flag. 200 getting a little antsy up high. 5 car is off, gets a good jump over to the 200 of Falaro. Terry Landis currently in 3rd position. My apologies. Looks like the 56 car, the 61 car is scored in 8th position for some reason. I'm not sure why. Randy Shreves in the 56 car up to 3rd position. Bob Everton in the 008 in 4th. Kevin Fry in the 21 machine up to 5th. Out front, Donovan Ross leading the field. The top 3 are coming back together. Looks like Terry Landis fighting to get back on the lead lap. Shreves in the 56 car gets by Falaro in the 200. Put Falaro back to 3rd. Randy Shreves up to 2nd, the LGR Motorsports driver. Shreves to the outside of the 61. Your leader, Donovan Ross, running that low line. Shreves running the high line. Working lap 27 of 30. Shreves up high. Donovan Ross down low. Shreves gets a great run. Ross tries to cover. Gets into the 56 car. '56 car got a great run off the high side. Gets into the rear wheel of your leader. Move Randy Shreves back to, looks like 6th position. 5 car of Donovan Ross still on the point. Working lap 28 of 30. Donovan Ross, Falaro, Fry, Everton, Craig, Boyce, Shreves. Landis looks like they are your only cars on the lead lap. Shreves will restart in 8th. Move Jeff Falaro back to the tail tank of the 5 car. Kevin Fry, last week's winner, up to third position. See if Kevin in the 21's got anything for these guys up front. Pace truck is off. Well, not yet. Lights are still on the pace truck. We will be going green this time by. Lights are off on the pace truck. Donovan Ross leads the field to the green flag. Jeff Filaro and Kevin Fry behind him. Those are your top three. Working lap 28 of 30. Pace truck is off, as is Donovan Ross in the 5 car. Gets a great jump. Jeff Filaro sticks the 200 car down low. Donovan Ross gets a good run on the high side. Filaro stays down low in lap 29 of 30. Filaro down low gets the lead, takes it away from the 5 car of Donovan Ross. Put the 200 back to the point. This is the last lap. Filaro coming to the line. Filaro, Ross, Fry are your top 3 finishers. Good run by these guys in the end. Great race. We will get a word with your podium finishers coming up. Filaro fights back. As does the sponsor of the division, 2-1 Designs, and Kevin Fry puts it on the podium the second week in a row. Waiting for Kevin Fry to get up in the booth. Great finish by these drivers. The 200 of Filaro ran most of the night in the lead, was able to close the deal in the end, getting by the 5 car of Donovan Ross. Kevin Fry's, Joe, you got me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let me get this straight. So you sponsor a division and you win it last week, and you're on the podium this week. What's the magic sauce?
Well, it's just being patient. That's the only thing I can say right now. Is my attorney told me just to say be patient. That's all I can say.
Up 15 positions, brother. How did the track change, and what did the 2 in front of you do a little bit different?
Oh wow, yeah, the track changed quite a bit. The setup underneath these cars, I don't know what was different. It was just a little bit more loose than my my use of driving, I guess you'd say. So I had to mentally think of, okay, not to turn so quick, not to turn so fast, and that was hard to judge, especially when you're in traffic, and chasing those 2 up front was definitely hard. Especially when they're slicing the dicing on the bottom and the top. And I was just hoping that one of them would, just touch just a little bit, not take each other out, just touch a little bit so I can get a little bit of momentum. But they did a good job, and they kicked butt tonight. So
yeah, as did you, my brother. You were up 15 positions to capture another podium. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank my team, Farm Motorsports. I can't thank them enough for all the support and all the sit-up help and everything. I can't thank my wrap company, 2-1 Designs, iRacing Designs. I can't thank them enough for what we do, and keep on supporting this class here. So,
yeah, man, great night. Let's keep the 21 car on the podium for the rest of this season, and do your sponsorship proud.
Yeah, that's the plan. I appreciate you guys, obviously, to do the broadcast and making us look good on the broadcast.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Fry in the 21 car up 15 positions takes the third spot on the podium. Good run by that driver. Now we will talk to second place finish, number 5 car of Donovan Ross. Donovan, is Joe. You got me?
I got you.
Man, what a great race. There was a lot of stuff going on. You were slicing and dicing. It seemed like mid-race you were down low and you made some hay down there and passed quite a few cars. And the 200 just got by you in the end, man. How did your night go?
Oh, it wasn't the best of nights. I got into Preston in the heat there and just driving over my head and stuffed him and made a long night for him. And then in the feature there, just kind of running behind Jack and on that restart, I think the yellow should have come out and it didn't, and they got bottled up top, and I had to go to the bottom to get around them, and the bottom was really good and made hay for a while there. And then Randy was ripping the lid, and of course when he's on the outside of me, I clipped the bottom berm and probably pinched him off into the wall there, so I apologize for that. And then hard to beat Mr. Falero on the bottom. I figured he was either gonna root me out of the way if I went to the bottom on the last restart, so I thought I'd go to the top and see if I could stick it up there, and he of course snuck by me.
Yeah, man. So funny story. It's not funny, but it is kind of funny. So after Monday night's race, I had to ask my team, did you have a bad night if you have to send out I'm sorry messages to more than one person? And so you were one of those people, brother. I've had those nights. Sometimes it just goes that way, but you put it on the podium. Great run by you. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, thank Roger Preston for putting the league on, and you guys for doing the broadcast, and Rudine, SRC, Keith, Jack, Brian Sr., Brian Jr., and Greg Parmalee.
Awesome, man. Have a great night. Hope to see you the rest of the season, man. Great run.
All right, thanks again.
Yeah, man. There you go. 5 car of Donovan Ross finishes on the podium, up 6 positions from the start. Comes up 1 position short tonight, but had a great run. We will get a word with our podium feature winner, the 200 car of Jeff Falero. Jeff, it's Joe. You got me?
I got a hold of you.
Hey, man, what a great run. That was fun to watch. You were battling it out with a few people there. It looked like you ran away from the field. Once we got a couple cautions and gathered everybody back up, the race was on, and it was sure fun to watch, man. How was your night, brother?
Oh, I was very surprised that Donovan Ross come by so quickly when I didn't see his name in the top 3 or 4, I don't think. And all of a sudden I got tied up with a lap car where maybe there should have been a caution, but somebody got underneath me, and sure enough, it was Donovan Ross going for the lead. It was a good race.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I'm not sure what happened. All of a sudden, all the top 5 cars were just in lap traffic all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened, but nonetheless, you held on, you came back, you kept fighting, and you put the 200 into victory lane. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yes, Glenn Stiers, Oswego Speedway, my team, Northeast Outlaws, my son Troy for putting lots of laps in with me here, and I think that's what helped because I got a lot of practice on the bottom, not in the 410, but I was able to keep it down coming off a 2 and 4 where some of the other guys were slipping up, so it sort of helped me after.
Yeah, man, great run by you, Jeff. Great victory in the 200 car. Hope to see you the rest of the season. Greatly appreciate you coming out and running. Have a great night, man.
Yep. Thanks for the broadcast, Joe. Thank Roger and his crew and the admins for all they do. It's well appreciated.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, man. See you next week. So there you have it. There is the broadcast. That is Wingless Wednesday, brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. We saw some really good racing tonight. We need to stack some cars in our Veterans and First Responders League. So if you know anybody out there interested in running, have them get a hold of Roger Craig, C2CRL.com. I rating below 2,500, I think all would be welcome. So please contact Roger Craig if you are a first responder or veteran or active duty military. So that is tonight. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, tomorrow night is Thursday Night Thunder. Coast to Coast Racing League will be back on the air. And Friday night we'll be back on the air with Friday Night Lights. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you Friday night, but hopefully you also tune in tomorrow. So have a good night. Thank you for spending your Wednesday with us, and we will see you next time.
Hey, you there?